Hi, welcome to my channel and thank you for being here. Today we are going to be doing a 3 looks 1 palette with the 420 palette from Melt. It is a whopping $58, which really hits me hard when I say that price out loud. I do enjoy this palette. I think it's a good one. However, Shotgun and Wax are very similar on the eyes. Blunt and Full Melt are very similar, and Dank and Hash are very similar. They don't look too similar in swatches, but on the eyes, I'm telling you, they are just really, really close. And that's a little bit disappointing and really my only complaint with this palette. Anyways, let's go ahead and get into the first look. We are going to start off with that shade called Full Melt. Also, let me know which look is your favorite. I don't know which look is my favorite, to be honest. I think it's probably this one. I think it's this one, but I don't know. You let me know down below. It's always fun seeing which ones you guys like most. Anyways, I'm throwing that all over my eye. I think that this is my favorite shade in the palette. I just love that grungy, dirty, brownie, orangey look. I don't know. I love that color so much, and I honestly don't know if I have a whole lot of palettes that have that color. Like, anyways, I'm throwing it down on my bottom lash line as well because I loved that color so much. I've used this palette a good, I don't know, 8 times or so, and I really do like this palette. I'm going into Hash and I'm using that to kind of blend out the edges of the Full Melt shade. I know that this palette had a lot of hate for performance wise, but I think it performs really well. It is very dusty. It does have a shit ton of kick up in the pan, which kind of sucks. I mean, when you're spending so much money on it. I'm going back into Full Melt and throwing it all over my eye to get that color to come back. But yeah, other than that, I like the performance of this palette. I just don't like that there are shades that look very similar to each other on the eye. On the swatches, they look different, but I'm telling you guys, on the eye, they look similar, and I need them to not. Anyways, I went into the liner and I am just throwing a big fat wing on. This look is super simple, and you don't need a wing either if you don't want to draw on any wings. You don't have to have them. It's kind of a grungy, dirty eye look. I wanted something super quick, super easy, and yeah, this palette is just kind of made for a very simple, dirty, messy, grungy look, you know? But the wing, of course, kind of cleans it up a little bit because of its sharpness, I guess. I don't know. Anyways, I'm not sure if you care about, like, me putting my wing on. I know it seems a little bit odd to show you how I'm doing a wing. I think wings are very oddly specific to each person and their eye shape. I just took a black shade out of a random palette and I used it to line the bottom of my lash line, especially because of that wing. I wanted to extend it down. And so yeah, that's what I did, just like that. They could have added a black in instead of the light green and the bright yellow. That would have been cool. Anyways, I go into Shatter, which is the only shimmer, and I threw it on my inner corner because it was the only shimmer and I thought it would make a good inner corner highlight. And this is the finished look, you guys. Yeah, what do you think? I don't know. I like it. I think it's cool. I think it's my favorite. I don't know. I don't know. But anyways, that is the final look. And here we go into the next look. I am going into Chronic. This shade reminds me of a shade in their not their 420, their Up in Smoke or their Smoke Session palette. That's what it's called, right? I have that palette. I haven't compared them, but using this shadow reminds me of the green and that palette. Anyways, I'm putting on that on my outer corner, and I am making a baby wing. You guys, who am I? When do I make a shadowed wing that is so tiny? I don't know. It's not me, right? Yeah. So I take wax and I throw it on my eyelid next to the baby wing that I put on. This look is a green and yellow look. It's very Oregon Ducks, and I'm not a football fan, but it's where I'm from. Where I live anyways. I really don't care. It just reminded me of the Oregon Ducks. Not exactly what I was going for. I threw shatter all over my eye. I will tell you that this shade works so much better with a finger and not a brush. So I really should have just got messy and used my flippin' finger, because it just would have been more impactful and it would have been more of what I was looking for. But this look again is a very simple look. Yeah, so now I'm going back into Chronic and I'm throwing it on my bottom half of my lash line, you know, to kind of extend that little baby wing down and just make it look a little bit more cohesive, I guess. I don't know why I do it. I just do it, okay? And then I'm going back into that wax shade and I'm putting it on my inner corner, bottom lash line. Inner corner. Gosh, man, you guys, I'm special. But you know, that is the look. It's basic, simple, no wing. I don't know. It's a new one for me. What do you think? All right, the next look. I'm going into that Roll It shade. It's that deep brown, and I'm throwing it on my outer corner just like that. It's just a dirty dirt brown. Nothing super special. It's very ashy, you know? Like in my eyes, not that I've smoked or anything, you know? But it's what a dirty bowl looks like. Anyways, yeah. I went into Blunt and I threw that on my inner portion of my eye. It is also a very dirty shade. It's dark. I like it. Yeah, it's very similar to Full Melt in my opinion. It is a tad bit more ashy or a tad bit more dirty, but I think it's because I am mixing it with that Roll It shade that makes it look so much more dirty. Anyways, I couldn't handle not taking that Roll It shade and drawing a big fat wing on, because, you know, the other one was just so tiny and I needed a big wing. I went into Hash and I used that to blend everything out, and just to buff it out for a transition. Just, you know, it's there. All right. And it was very similar to the other shade, like in my eyes. Like, what do you think? I think it's very similar. Anyways, I went into Shotgun and I threw that on my inner corner. It's looks yellow to me. It looks very much like wax. There's not a big difference. I could have put wax on and it would have looked the same in my opinion. Anyways, I took Blunt and I threw it on my bottom lash line. Just like that. Blunt is what looks like Full Melt. I don't know if I've already said that. Anyways, I'm going into Shatter and I'm throwing it on my inner corner. And this time I just decided to go ham and use my finger, which was a much better choice. I took Blunt and I threw it on my eyelid because it was just looking a little bit too dark, dingy, dirty. I don't know. But this is the finished look. What do you think? It's cool. Let me know what look is your favorite. Thank you for watching. Bye.